The rain poured heavily over the sleek, black Rolls-Royce parked in front of the crumbling flower shop. The chauffeur opened the umbrella, but the man inside didn't move. His sharp eyes, dark as storm clouds, stared coldly through the window, unblinking. His name? Damian Cross. Billionaire. CEO. And a man who had buried his emotions long ago. But today, something stirred. Because standing in the rain, soaked to the bone and trembling like a leaf, was a little girl with wild brown curls, her tiny hand clutching a crumpled drawing, and her eyes, they weren't just sad. They were desperate. Please, she said, her voice cracking. Sir, please marry my mommy. She's all I've got left now. 3 days earlier. Lena Rivers didn't ask for much. A quiet life. A roof over their heads. And enough flowers in her shop to make her daughter, Lily, smile. After her husband died in a tragic construction accident 3 years ago, Lena had thrown everything she had into raising her daughter alone. The flower shop was a legacy from her late mother, and though business wasn't booming, it was enough. Until Damian Cross came into the picture. The man was a legend in the business world. Ruthless. Brilliant. Untouchable. And now, the new owner of half the block where Lena's flower shop stood, including her small, crumbling building. A notice had been taped to her door that morning: eviction. 14 days. Lena stared at it, her hands trembling. What am I going to do, Lily? She whispered. The little girl didn't answer. Instead, she crawled up to her tiny desk in the corner and began to draw. She always drew when Mommy was sad. The day they met. Damian hadn't stepped out of his high-rise in months, except for boardrooms or business deals. His world was made of marble floors, leather chairs, and silence. He liked it that way. Clean. Controlled. Emotionless. Until he decided to personally inspect the final acquisition of his new development plan, the corner lot with the flower shop. He didn't expect the smell of fresh roses to hit him like a punch to the gut. Or for a woman with honey-brown eyes and dirt-smudged cheeks to stare at him like she'd seen a ghost. Can I help you? Lena had asked, arms crossed, though her voice was laced with nerves. No, he said coldly. Just passing through. Lena's lips tightened. She knew exactly who he was. You own this building now, she said. Are you going to tear it down like the others? Damian didn't answer. He just turned and walked out. The next day. Lily waited. She waited outside the glass towers, holding her drawing in her small hands. People in suits walked past her. No one stopped. But she didn't care. She had one goal. Finally, the man in the black suit walked out, flanked by security. She ran toward him. They tried to stop her, but her tiny voice cut through the noise. Sir! Please wait. Damian turned. The bodyguards backed off. The child's face was soaked in tears and rain. Her drawing, a childish sketch of a happy family, a woman, a man in a suit, and a little girl between them, holding both hands. Sir, she begged. Please marry my mommy. She's kind. She's smart. She works hard. And she's alone. We're all alone. Daddy's gone. And you're rich, and maybe you can help her smile again. Silence. The world felt like it had stopped spinning. Damian looked at the picture. Then at the girl. Then at the sky, heavy with rain, as if the heavens themselves mourned with her. The past he couldn't forget. Damian hadn't spoken of his childhood in 20 years. Not since his mother left his alcoholic father and vanished, leaving him to fend for himself in a broken foster system. No one had come for him. No one had stayed. Love, he'd decided, was a lie. A distraction. A weakness. But this girl, with her eyes full of hope, made something inside him ache. He bent down. What's your name? He asked softly. Lily, she said. Lily, your mommy doesn't know you're here, does she? She shook her head. She cries at night. I hear her. She hides it, but I know. And I thought, maybe if you came, she'd smile. He should have walked away. Instead, he took her hand. An unexpected dinner. Lena nearly fainted when she opened the door and found Damien Cross standing there, holding her daughter's hand. What is going on? Lily? I wanted him to help us, Lily said simply. I told him everything. Lena flushed crimson. Mr. Cross, I'm sorry, she's just a child. She's also very persuasive, Damien said, his voice unreadable. May I come in? Dinner was awkward. Lena didn't know whether to yell, cry, or apologize. Damien sat like a statue. Lily, meanwhile, chattered happily, completely unaware of the grown-up tension. She likes you, Lena said softly after Lily had gone to bed. I don't do relationships, Damien replied. I don't do marriage. Or emotions. Lena folded her arms. Then why are you here? He looked at her for a long time. Because she reminded me of something I lost a long time ago. A deal with the heart. Over the next few days, Damien came back. First with groceries. Then to fix the broken sink. Then, just because. Lena was wary, but Lily glowed like the sun every time he showed up. She held his hand. Made him tea. Drew more pictures, each one with a family of 3. Then came the day when Lily was hospitalized with pneumonia. Lena was a wreck. No insurance. No savings. Damien paid for everything. Silently. Efficiently. And when Lena broke down in the hospital hallway, he held her, just once, but it was the first time he'd held someone in years. You didn't have to do this, she whispered. I did, he said. Because I care. Even if I don't know how to show it. The proposal. When Lily woke up, Damien was at her bedside. I talked to your mommy, he said. And we made a deal. I'll marry her. Her eyes widened. Really? You mean it? I mean it. But why, she whispered. Because you asked. And, because I want to try. Epilogue, 1 year later. The flower shop was still there. But now, it had a new name, Lily's Garden. Expanded. Renovated. With a special reading corner where kids could draw or read or dream. Lily ran through the shop in a frilly white dress, laughing. Damien stood nearby, looking more human than ever, holding Lena's hand. They weren't perfect. They argued. They grew. But they were trying. And sometimes, that's all that matters. As the sun set over the city, Lily looked up at the man who was now her father. I knew you'd say yes, she said proudly. Damien smiled, a real one. I'm glad you didn't give up on me. And for the first time in a very long time, he believed in second chances. Message of the story. Sometimes, love finds us in the most unexpected places, not through fairy tales, but through pain, resilience, and the courage of a child's hope. Never underestimate the power of believing in family, even when the world has turned cold.